Hey guys, I feel a kind of weird mix of wanting to share on the one hand and feeling a lot of resistance to sharing on the other hand because it's I don't know, like quite negative things that I'm feeling, and yeah, not feeling particularly great about myself. But also not sharing just doesn't feel right. I mean, yeah, the issue is that I just have a bunch of things that I'm feeling that I'm having a lot of trouble moving through, or like allowing them to move through me. They just feel stuck. And it feels like there's nothing really I can do except to breathe and like take a nap, or not even get out of bed for most of the day. Which is better than not doing both of these things. But yeah, it's not exactly efficient or productive. It's so stupid. Okay, so I'll give it a try. So what do I feel? I feel like I probably feel grief, some kind of grief, just a lot of sadness, deep, deep sadness. And I'm not sure exactly about what or why. And it's gotta have something to do with work, my work, finances, providing for the family, and in financial ways and other ways, I suppose. I also feel guilt. I feel that I'm not a great person because I'm maybe not doing things or not able to do things that I should be doing. Like, yeah, effectively, I feel like I still have these periods of time where for months at a time, I'm just not able to work. And this isn't entirely true, but still, like the last month where I was working more or less full time was probably maybe September, and now it's December. But I feel like September was already like going down, like on a strong downward slope. So maybe August or something. So several months for sure where, yeah. And I think part of the resistance in me sharing about this is that I feel like I'm just whining. I feel like I'm just complaining and being a victim, or maybe trying to get sympathy from people, or sometimes I feel like there's a part of me that's like that just wants to beg, I don't like beg people for money, like to give me money, loan me money, just so I can, bridge the freaking time gap between, or like bridge across these stupid, I want to say moments, but it's like eternities where I'm just not earning anything because I can't. And I also don't want to say that I can't because I don't want to focus on that. I don't want to create even more of that. Um, or maybe I don't wanna accept that or acknowledge that sometimes that's just the way it is. I do feel just dysfunctional sometimes, and it's gotten better over the years for sure. I hope due to the work that I've put into myself in my life. I want to hope at least that I am gaining some control over that, or that it's at least partially my own doing in making this better. Yeah, but sometimes I just feel lost about all of this because it seems like it's such a big hole that kind of exists inside of me, and that apparently I need to do something with because I keep, like, it has such gravity. It just keeps dragging me in from time to time. And when I'm in here, I'm not sure if I'm doing something productive by just, existing, surviving, breathing, sleeping, and not doing much else. It seems like it spits me out after some time. Again, I don't know if it's productive to, just breathe while being in there, or if I should just do my best to get out as fast as freaking possible. Yeah, but it does feel like, the last 2 years I've spent a lot of time just grieving, just really, being present with what I was feeling. And I suppose I did, in that way, work through a whole bunch of stuff that just needed to be felt and that just needed to be moved through, even if I don't feel like I have much control over the pace that I'm moving through this. And also, I don't seem to have a choice regarding the timing, regarding how long it takes, regarding the topics that come up and everything. Yeah, it's kind of, it's a little tough sometimes. And I know that eventually I'll get back out of this. And usually it just takes a day or two or something. But then, I need to make money. I need to support the family, to support myself. Luckily, I've learned to structure my work life in such a way that there's not additional obligations that I promise to fulfill to anyone during that time where I just can't do that anyway. Actually, that's a nice accomplishment. I didn't realize that until now, that I've kind of managed to become aware enough of roughly what's happening and managed to make choices and commitments in such a way that they're actually aligned with, these kind of like ups and downs that I'm still experiencing sometimes. So that doesn't put, there's nothing that puts additional pressure on me in that way. That's good. So, I mean, yeah, then there's only the financial pressure. I just haven't been able to build up enough of a financial buffer that would get me through these times. And I mean, this time I came kind of close. I did well enough this year that I'm still half comfortable in my not really being able to earn more money right now. I'm still like I'm basically at zero now, financially, but I was still able to pay almost all of the bills for this month. Even though, like, yeah, paying the bills for 1 month is like, just whenever I take that step, I already know, like, the next one's coming. This is very, very present, and so I can feel that, but I can also relax a lot more about this than I used to. So of course that next month is already looming. Yeah, but this is still like a pressure point, and I just hope I'll at some point get to a place where I'll have created enough financial buffer that I won't experience these situations anymore. So I can just be, out of commission for however long this takes. And I mean, perhaps ideally I'd like to find it would be nice to have some other tools that help with this. Or is there other tools? Like, I feel grief and guilt and deep sadness, like they seem so deep and vast that I feel like there's no tools anymore at that layer of my being. Yeah, I don't know if someone has suggestions. Yeah. Yeah. Luckily, breathing to some degree always works, right? And I guess I'm doing a little more than just breathing. I'm also, it's like a meditative process. I breathe and I watch my thoughts and emotions, and I don't usually really get stuck in them anymore, in the sense that I don't over focus on them. I just notice them and let them go as best as I can, which is sometimes not very successful, but it's still the best I can, and it makes progress in a productive direction. Even though there seems to be so much of that content there that needs to be felt, that it seems to take an eternity to move through enough of it to be able to feel good again. And I mean, the stuff that's there, I feel like what do you say? In German, we say den heißen Brei herumreden. I feel like I'm talking around the issue, not really avoiding saying what I actually feel. Man, I feel bad about being dysfunctional, even if it's just for a day here and there, or even if it's just for a few hours in the day. I feel bad about, I mean, there's so many things I could be doing especially for my family. I feel I'm not spending enough time with my boys, with my two kids. And I feel bad that I don't really have a strong impulse to spend time with them. This is so, I don't know. I just feel terrible about that. I always thought, or I would have said, I knew that I would be a great father, but at the moment, or like because of things like these, I'm not so sure if I am. I feel like I'm being, I don't know, like torn apart, or just feeling very torn between, on the one hand, I need so much of my focus and energy whenever I focus on work, whenever I need to do some work and earn some money. Like, it takes me so much time and energy and effort, and commitment, to just every single time claw back to a place where I feel like I can actually do some valuable work and then make money. That takes so much out of me, and I feel like I can't really focus on anything else during that time. Like, I just don't have enough capacity for doing more than that at once. And then I feel like I'm neglecting my family and my kids, especially. And I'm very grateful that my partner does take care of them, and is there for them, and is committed to doing that. I just feel like I suck. I mean, this is one thing that just comes up quite often still, just this idea that I suck, I'm terrible at this and that and everything. And I suppose a lot of that kind of comes from deriving my worth from how well I'm doing things, because I feel like that's how it was in my childhood and teenage years. I was measured by what I would accomplish, by skills, abilities, knowledge. That's who I was. That's how you were defined and how you were judged. And you would, I don't know, if you didn't have any of that, you're worthless. You're kind of like a piece of trash or something. And I don't mean this with the, I don't know, emotional charge that some people use this particular phrase, but like literally just not worth anything, or you're just, we might as well put you in the garbage bin, trash can. I think I'm mixing British and American right now quite hard. I guess that's where a lot of that is coming from. It's pretty harsh to be treated like that. And even though, I mean, I was always, or most of the time, I was like at the top of the ladder in some ways of value that's being assigned in this way. Most of the time, I was one of the smartest kids, or in general, one of the smartest people, one of the most able, highly valued in that sense. And but it's still harsh. I think I can still feel that I don't know, it's like a sort of threatening energy that says, well, yeah, everyone loves you, so to speak, right now. You're highly valued right now, but if you mess up, or if you don't perform anymore, if you should suddenly turn not that useful, not that able, then, you know, you're going to fall quite the distance. You're going to, I don't know, it's going to get painful. That's harsh, like to just feel safe in that kind of environment. And I never really thought much about this experience of mine. And as I said, overall, like I was treated well and I was valued, but I was valued for that particular reason. I feel like most of the time, even by my parents, yeah. Though I feel like that could have been a lot worse, and they're good people in general, and so many things that they're doing right, and they were always doing right, but still, I feel like I took a bunch of emotional damage from that, and I'm feeling that these days. I wonder it seems like maybe that's the connection between why this comes up when I think about work and when I focus on work. Right? That would make a lot of sense because, yeah. Interesting. I'll have to look at that a little more. Yeah. Okay. I'm feeling a little better, and I'm feeling like, okay, there's something I can take a look at to maybe be able to deliberately transform some portion of this, what I'm feeling. Okay. I think I feel complete for now. Thank you guys for listening. Bye.